Hi guys, it's Lucia, and today I wanted to talk to you about the Best Picture nominees at the Oscars. The Academy Awards, or Oscars, are this upcoming weekend, so I just wanted to go through the Best Picture nominees, because I've seen them all, so I wanted to talk to you guys about them. If you go up here and you select the eye icon, that's going to take you to this card that it's a poll here on this side of the screen, and I want to know which one you think is going to win. The first one is Breach of Spies, and I'm pretty sure I talked about Breach of Spies in one of my vlogs when I first saw it at the movies. It stars Tom Hanks and it is about spies, but not in the action sense of it. It's more like a drama. Really interesting to watch. As a whole, I loved it and I thought it was amazing. If you don't enjoy action-packed movies, then I think you might love this one, and if you liked action-packed movies, you might like this one even though it doesn't have that much action, because it is a really interesting story and the actors are amazing. I thought I would rate them as well, but I haven't really thought about this, so I don't even know what it's gonna come out. Right now, as I'm feeling, I would say this is a 7.5 out of 10. The second one is Mad Max Fury Road, and that is, I would admit, one of my top 2 movies that I think should win. I talked about it on a favorites video, I think I talked about it on my vlog and everything, so you guys know I love this one. If I would just have to explain this movie in one sentence, it's pretty much like a really long car chase scene in a dystopian setting. This one's very different to anything I have watched before, and I think it's quite special in that way, and it has also a very strong female character that, despite the title being Mad Max, I feel like Furiosa is more of the protagonist of the movies. For the first 15-20 minutes of the movie, I wasn't sure what I was watching, and I was just like, what is this? Because I hadn't watched any of the previous Mad Max movies. I know it was like a series that came out earlier, maybe in the 80s, not sure about that. But I hadn't watched any of that, and when I first watched this one, I was just like, this is amazing. But at first, like I said, if you start watching it and you're not sure what you're watching, that is normal. Like I said, it is very different. I think that's one thing that they should look for in a Best Picture winner, so yeah. It also stars Tom Hardy, Nicholas Hoult, and Charlize Theron, so it's just a really good cast as well, and yeah, I just love this one. I will give it a 9.5 out of 10, just because I think 10 is perfection. Next up is The Revenant, and I have talked about it recently, so you guys know I love it, and it stars Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think this one's one of the most popular to win this award. It is sort of a western, and I do think it's categorized as a western, but it is in a wintry setting, like it is all snowy. It's not like the Wild Wild West and people with like cowboys and stuff, but Leonardo DiCaprio plays a fur trapper, and it is called The Revenant. So you kind of sort of figured out what's gonna happen. Something really bad happens to him and he sort of comes back. And it is also a bit about revenge. I do enjoy a good revenge movie, so this one's also one of my top 2 favorites along with Mad Max. It also has Tom Hardy in it, so maybe he's just onto something. I think this one was also quite popular because the director won last year with Birdman, and also because they've been saying how hard it was to film this movie and how many struggles they went through for it. I'm gonna rate The Revenant 9 out of 10, and I know that's less than Mad Max, but I do see them as equally good and I love them equally, but I will give it a 9 out of 10. The next one is Spotlight. And I feel like I should have liked this one a bit more than what I did, just because I did journalism, and I'm just totally honest, I do think it's a good movie. So the story is a newspaper in Boston. They're investigation journalists, so they're trying to tell the story about some priests that had been molesting kids and all that in the Boston area, and this is based on a true story. The thing with this movie is I do like when they tell good stories and stories that maybe people don't know about that had been going on, but I don't think they treat it as well as they could have. I am Catholic and I do feel like they could have treated it better than they did. I'm not saying don't tell the story, like I do think it's a good movie and the story is really good that it's been told. I also had a hard time just concentrating on the movie, like I kept thinking about other things because it wasn't really fast-paced. So I would say that I will give it a 6 out of 10. Next one is The Martian, and you guys know I love The Martian. Also was directed by Ridley Scott. I really like as well as a director. So this is one of my favorites as well. And it is based on a book I did love the book more than the movie, which is why I wouldn't consider this one the winner, but it is really, really good. If you guys haven't watched it, you should. It is about an astronaut that is in Mars and he gets stuck there, and they have to sort of see if they can go help him out and bring him back to Earth. This one's really funny. It just has a really good story. You love the protagonist from the start, which I think is amazing. If you feel a connection with one of the characters, then you're more likely to love the movie anyway, so I do think that's very important. I will quickly rate this one maybe also 9 out of 10, but like I said, I wouldn't really think about it as a winner just because it is based on a book. The thing is, The Revenant is also a book adaptation, but I haven't read the book, so those are my thoughts on The Martian. And the next one is The Big Short, which I don't think is as known as the others. It is about the financial crisis of 2007-2008 and the credit bubble and all that, but it is also filled with comedy, and it stars Steve Carell, Christian Bale, Ryan Gosling and Brad Pitt. And it also has some other like special guest cameos in it, which is quite funny, but I really liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. Like, it didn't really capture my attention as much. It was a good movie. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't just my favorite. Like, I don't think I would watch it again anytime soon. I would rate it maybe a 7 out of 10. And again, it's also based on a true story. I feel like everything is either based on a true story or a book, which annoys me a little bit because I do love original stories. Mad Max Fury Road is an original story, which I think makes it have an advantage on the others, but maybe not really, but I kind of wish that was a thing. The second to last is Room, and this is one that I loved a lot more than I thought I would. I thought I would enjoy it and just be okay with it. It is about this girl and her son who is 5 years old, and they are captured and they only have this one room to live in, and the boy was born inside that room, so those 4 walls are his world, and it's just really interesting to see how it all works. It is a drama. It doesn't really have action in it or anything like that, which is why I didn't think I would love it, but I did. Goes to show you can like more than one thing. I would rate this one an 8 out of 10. I don't think it would win Best Picture, but I do think Brie Larson might win some stuff. And the last one is Brooklyn. Again, this is one that I didn't really care for. Like, I watched it because I was watching all of them, but if I wasn't doing this video and watching all of them, I wouldn't have watched it. And it is a period drama, so it is set in the 50s, early 50s I think, and it is about an Irish girl that wants to immigrate to the United States and goes to Brooklyn. But the thing is, I just didn't really care for the characters. I just didn't really feel a connection with any of them. It was good and the acting was good and all that, but I just didn't really connect with the story and I just didn't really care for it. Like, I didn't really get it. I don't know. I would rate it 6 out of 10 maybe, but because I don't think it's a bad movie, but I just didn't really like it. I do think The Revenant's going to win, which I'm really okay with, but I kind of wish a little bit that Mad Max Fury Road would, just because it's different and it's something a bit more unexpected, I think. So yeah, those are my thoughts. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!